Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Let's Level Up. This is Rick, and today we are going to look at Mojang's latest game. This is Scrolls, and Scrolls is a competitive, I would say it's a card game, but they're not cards, they're scrolls. But it's a competitive game where two players duel out by playing scrolls, which allow them to create creatures and spells, and essentially a virtual chess match. It is quite a bit different than some of the other big virtual card games that are out there. It's different than SoulForge. It's way different than Magic. It's definitely something I would suggest to check out. Right now, it's in its alpha stages, so it's one of those games where you get in early. It's going to be at a lower discount, and you're going to be able to, help mold the game as it goes along. One thing Mojang is notorious for, and they're really the ones that kind of hit the nail on the head with this model, with this early release model with Minecraft. And that game turned out pretty good. So this is a game that has three different decks in it, and I'm just going to go to my deck builder really quick. You can kind of see here what I'm working with. So when you buy the game, you get one starter deck, and the decks are a green deck, which is growth, which plays a lot of kind of nature magic, a lot of enchantments. I think it's pretty safe to compare this to green in Magic, just your green mana stuff. So you can see here, there's a lot of different types of barbarians. There's going to be some wolves, some other enchantments that are kind of all nature-based that allow me to play on. So you can see when I go to one of these creatures, this is going to be the casting cost here. This is a Kinfolk Veteran. It's going to do 3 damage. It's going to attack every 2 turns, and it's going to have 4 health. It also has haste, which means it comes into play and attacks the same turn. Pretty similar. This is the way it's going to look down here in the bottom right corner. Each of these characters are actually going to be represented on the game table, which I think is going to make for a pretty cool mechanic that's going to separate this game from a lot of the other virtual card games that are out there. Um, there's a couple different things here. Here's the deck builder. As I unlock cards, you can see right now I'm ranking 0. I've only been doing the trials, but I have 2,600 gold basically, and I'm not quite sure what this currency is over here. I think this may be a special currency or maybe real money. But there is a store where I can go through there and buy different scrolls. You can see I can get a growth scroll, which is the deck that I'm using right now, for 175. There are also some different creatures here. If I click on it, it'll show me the scroll. This is an enchantment. But I could buy that for that currency. There's also the other pre-constructed decks that I can buy. So you can see the energy is a red, a lot of offensive magic, a lot of siege engines and things like that that deal massive damage, but are a little slower on the attack. And order, which is the blue, this is going to be kind of a white, if you think of white magic in or in magic as it stands today, a lot of soldiers. A lot of creatures that have the ability to help each other out by giving orders. It's a pretty interesting deck. I went ahead and chose growth only because I think for novices it may be a little easier to get into, and that's what the game kind of hinted at as well. You do get an avatar. I'll show you my profile here. So this is my avatar now. You can unlock other avatar bits as you play the game. But let me quit talking about this thing and let's just go in there. I'm going to go to the arena really quick and we're going to do another one of the trials. So we're just going to do testing ground here. And let's see if we're going to be able to beat this guy. So before I play anything, the essentially what I have to do is destroy 3 of these kind of things over here. So essentially I've got these basic 5 lanes, if you think of it like SoulForge, and each of these lanes can hold 3 creatures, 1 in each spot. On their turn, when they attack, they're going to go and rush over to the other side, and they're going to attack, basically. Let's see, I can't play anything yet. I don't have the magic for it. So what I can do is actually take one of these cards and discard it. This will let me actually either draw 2 cards, or scrolls rather, or add 1 to my total mana cost, my mana pool basically. So it's a way for you to get resources is by spending scrolls. So I'm going to click on this guy, and I'm just going to click the growth button here. This is going to take one growth and put it in my mana pool. Also, this is the two scrolls here, so trade one out for two. You can also click on the magnifying glass to see what it does. Since this is a duplicate, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, and that's going to give me one. And then with that one, I can go ahead and actually put this creature into play. So let's take a look at him here. So Invader of the Wild comes into play, increase growth by 1. So this is a good one to play at the beginning of the game. When he leaves, I decrease by 1. So I got to make sure he's kind of protected. I'm going to just toss him in the middle here. One thing that's cool about this is that these creatures can actually move from lane to lane on their turn. So you can see he's going to have a strength of 1, a health of 1, and he's going to attack every 2 turns. And when he attacks, you can see on the right side, it's just a straight line for this guy. Now, I think there are going to be some creatures that do area damage, and maybe ones that can attack diagonally. Right now, all I've seen are just the straight across, so it's been pretty easy. So at the end of my turn, I'm going to go ahead and hit the hourglass. Okay, now it's my turn again. You notice I'm going to get 1 scroll every turn. I also have 2 now. So let's see here. Sister of the Fox comes to play, draw 1 scroll. Deal 1 damage to all units. I'm going to go ahead and discard this other Vitality Well. So that's going to give my growth up to 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Sister of the Fox right there in the front. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating a block for my Vater of the Wild here. Okay, and we got another enchanted unit is healed by 1. I do have 1, but I don't need to heal right now. You can see I only have the option to discard once a turn. So I can't just sack my whole hand and then get 5 mana, essentially. Okay, Druidic Power. That looks interesting. I don't need to heal right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And now I'm going to be able to get a Brother of the Wolf into play. And he's a bit stronger. He's got 3 attack, 4 damage. And when his countdown 0, Brotherwood can summon 1 Ragged Wolf instead of attacking. So he has a special ability. I'm going to go ahead and put him into play down here. And we'll see how that works out for us. So right there, our Vader just attacked, and it ran across the field and attacked one of their statues on the right side. You can see its health is at 7. So again, I win the game if I can take 3 of these things down and out of the game before they take 3 of mine out. This is an easy difficulty, so you can see that my the health on these items are a lot lower than what you would see on mine or what you would see in a normal player. Something to keep in mind of when you actually cross over and play some of the more competitive games. I see Scrolls being very competitive, and I see it being a pretty big, popular game. Now, whether that happens or not, I think is going to be up to the success of this, but I haven't seen anything yet that makes this game seem bad. And that's something to keep in mind. It's a very strategic game, and it's one that I think that since it's digital, it's going to be very easy for Mojang to keep pumping out content. And due to the model, basically, I get cards and I can unlock cards. As I play the game, I get a currency to basically buy more cards. It's going to keep me playing the game longer. So let's see here. Druidic Power, +1 to attack and a health of 3. And its move is decreased by 1. I don't think we want to do that. He's got 6. He's going to be able to start pumping stuff out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play this guy here. I'm going to play him on this lane knowing that he's probably going to die. I'm also going to put a champion ring on him. So his attack's going to go to 4. So when this wolf comes into attack, it's going to it's going to basically take 4 damage and deal 3 to him. So I'm not going to be able to live through that, but the wolf is by far the biggest creature on the board right now, and it's something that we need to keep in check. So I'm going to go ahead and summon this wolf, and we're going to summon a wolf in this lane. And the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to keep that heal. I don't, because this is all creatures, so I don't want to do that to my guys just yet. So I'm going to discard that one for one growth. And okay, we're whittling away. Oh, Quake, and Quake is going to be a game changer. Quake deals 3 damage to all structures and 2 damage to all creatures. You notice these aren't technically structures. Structures will be units that actually play in the field, kind of like that Well of Eternity they discard at the beginning of the game. But that's something to keep in mind because that's something that can really mess things up. I can put a structure into play that essentially acts as a blocker, or one like the Well that can heal, or other ones that are just basically Rows with Thorns that'll cause damage whenever a creature tries to go through. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, we're going to discard that guy, and I'm going to put disenchantment on him, so now he's a 4/5. And can we go ahead and move? Well, we can't move you because we just put the enchantment on. Okay, he's bringing his wolf down to us, so okay. Right there, that's a good example of the structure. And he put another one there. Um, oh, so he's going to deal 3 damage to that. We may have a problem. Okay, I'm going to put him up here. And I'm going to discard this one for 2 more cards. A Ragged Wolf. Okay, I could have used the wolf summon there, but I got to get some damage out there on the field. Let's see, what is this guy? +2 to attack, +2 to health when Bear Paw comes into play. Enchanted units countdown is increased by 1. Um, but he's going to be a tank when we play it. So you can see he's going to attack in 2 turns, but he's going to be really big. Let's put him out there, and we are going to go ahead and sack this for some cards. Okay, Frostbeard. Frostbeard's a pretty good card. 6 offense, 1 defense, or 1 health rating. And when he's killed, all friendly units gain +2 attack till the end of the turn. So he is a good one to put on the back line, and he's just going to come out and just deal damage. We do have one more. When an enchanted unit is attacked, its melee attacker becomes poisoned for 3 rounds. You know, this is a good one. Go ahead and see if we can bait him to attack our Jagged Wolf. Okay. Now, he's putting kind of all his chips in this one row here, so he can kill this thing. But I'm kind of playing the field a little bit more, and I'm gonna be spreading out damage. So while he's gonna be able to drop this one down next in 2 turns, drop this down to 0 and kill it, I'm gonna be able to make a little bit more things happen because of just my positioning. So let's see. That's going to be an 8. He's going to kill that thing. He's got 13 attack right now, so he's going to obliterate that next turn. And I can put him back there. And I don't want to... For each unit you control, heal your idol on the same row by 1. Beast creatures deal double damage to idols this turn, so this is going to be a good one to play. I don't want to go ahead and waste that. He'll go ahead and kill that idol. So let's do that. Okay, so we got 1 idol down. We got 10. So we got 10 gold from that. Okay, what is this? Astral Totem. When the Astral Totem's in play, creatures you control gain attack +1. Okay, and oh, Kinfolk Jarl is out. I don't want to waste that. Okay. I don't want to waste my Essence Feast either. I'm going to go ahead and basically pass this turn. Deal some massive damage, though. Okay, now we got a junkyard. This is a good card for us to go ahead and scrap. And then now we can play Essence Feast, which will cast. Oh, you know what? I misread this card. I thought I was going to be able to heal this one totem. Unfortunately, it just heals the totems that are in this line here. Something to keep a lookout. And I don't think any of this... None of my beast creatures are going to... I might get summon a wolf. Okay, so we have another wolf out, which is not terrible, but not nearly as powerful as it could have been, rather. Okay, he's got a lot of buildings in play. Okay, he is poisoned. Oh, and he ended up dealing damage back. You can see how the damage resolved there. He did enough to kill this wolf, and then one to kill our guy before he could do really any big damage. But we can sack this, and then I'll put our Jarl into play. And he is relentless, and that means if an opponent's blocking is destroyed, the creature will continue its attack. Kind of what that wolf just did to us. Gains +1 to attack. It's a 3/6. And for each creature adjacent, we're going to move him up and put him down. Okay, so he's a 4. And I think that's going to be good. All right, so you see just how powerful that was right there. You know, and if I really wanted to be a jerk, I could go ahead and come down here and just basically do the same thing over again. Let's get some more scrolls here and see what we can do. So here's an Ilthorn. It's got spiky 1. Means it's going to deal a damage anytime it's attacked. So this is a good one to kind of put right here, just to protect our weakened totem. And our Binding Root, enchanted movement is decreased by 1. We can go ahead and keep him static by playing that. Okay, unfortunately, because of that enchantment I have on him, I should have did my summon, but I wasn't paying attention. I can't move him to the other rows because of that enchantment I put on. It decreased his movement. Nutrition, sacrifice target creature you control and add that unit's cost to your current resources. No thanks. I will take a Haggard Wolf, though. A Ragged Wolf. Play him there. And watch this next turn. It's going to be pretty funny. And keep Ooh, I did lose my wolf, unfortunately. But that's okay. Okay, we can summon another one there. He can go there. He can go there. That's not going to be enough to kill him, unfortunately. We can drop that. Play a veteran. Now if I can time it right, and I can kill all of these totems on the same turn, I'm going to be able to get a lot more... Okay, he's got 2 Great Wolves into play. Okay. I think I'm just going to see what's going to happen out of this. I'm going to get a couple more scrolls. And we do have a Mangy Wolf now. Okay, so that's going to be the victory right there. There we go. So you can see I got 300 for the trial, 30 for killing the different idols, 20 for completing, and 72 for victory. Total of 422 score there. I think Scrolls is going to be really fun, and I think it's a game that you're definitely going to want to check out. Check it out at Mojang's site. Just look for, I think it's buyscrolls.com. I'll try to put a link to it in the description of this video, though. Take a look at it. I think if you're a fan of competitive card games and you're a fan of board games and that one-on-one feel, I think this is going to be a great game for you to sink your teeth into and really be competitive online. It's a good way to bridge those distance gaps where you can't play a game of Magic with somebody, sitting at the table. Maybe you got a brother across the country or something, or a sister or some family, whatever. It's a way for you to bring that together, and I think that this game is a good game for people who enjoy strategy, enjoy that board game feel, and also like the competitive nature of things. Scrolls can be very competitive, I think, and it's going to be a pretty interesting way for you to play the game. So you can see I've got 3,000 here. The next deck I'm going to unlock, I think, is going to be the red deck, that energy deck, just because I'm interested in seeing how well that's going to actually translate. All right, well, this is Rick, and I hope you guys like this video. You watching Let's Level Up, and check us out on Twitter, check us out on Facebook. That's Let's Level Up, or on Twitter, and then let'slevelup.net, DOTNET, same name as this channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and comment us. Talk about scrolls with us here in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and game on.